so good to me every time. No time, never been a blue time. Now I got a new shine. You're my blood and my world from a soul. I tell me where to co-sign. I just feel so lucky in your arms. Oh baby, oh baby. Tell me it's so good. Oh baby.
I'm about to pull over here and get me some French fries from Wendy's because they have real potatoes. I used to work at Wendy's. You know, they got the little potato cutter. That's one thing that they use to promote Wendy's is the fact that they have real French fries. And my ass got a serious French fry fetish. And I'm hungry. I'm getting ready to go to work. Mow these yards. So as I was sitting this morning with my ancestors and my angels, I began to talk to my ancestors and share the same things that I have been talking about these past few days, as far as same-sex relationships are concerned, and how the foundation of the trauma that has turned into generational curses, lifetime after lifetime, it's definitely due to the fact that we are forcing ourselves into relationships that are not natural to our design, to our creation. So I sat there with them and we cried because, you know, my grandmother she was upset with me, my maternal grandmother, because when AB was here, the first healer that had come through, my uncle actually attacked her. He cussed her ass out, but he attacked me. He jumped on my ass.
How can I help you?
Can I get a large French fry, please?
Anything else?
That's it. Thank you. So he attacked us, and AB ended up putting him in her jar. And my grandmother got upset with me because she felt like I didn't take up for him. Okay. Because in my family, blood is thicker than water. That's the motto. So they don't give a fuck if you in the wrong or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we are. We don't care if our family is in the wrong. We're going to protect them. And so this is what has been happening. Thank you. You have ketchup in there? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. So this is what has been happening, especially in the black families. No matter how wrong a motherfucker is, we're going to still protect them. Mothers, you know, like for instance with my grandmother, and I have liberty to speak about these things because I'm healing my ancestors and they're healing themselves. We all healed this morning, and we got some shit up off of us because we faced this truth. You know, like my uncles, my grandmother's brothers and shit, especially the one who attacked me, he was a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Like, me as a little girl, I knew every time I went around these fucking men in my family, they was going to be trying to fuck me. But my grandmother, she never straightened that. You know what I'm saying? She never said anything to him or to them. Because, for one, females are programmed to believe we are slaves to men and we're just supposed to deal with all of their bullshit. And that's just not true. So, we dealt with that reality this morning, you know. And I was telling them, I'm like, y'all got to forgive yourself for the things that you did that were not righteous. You know, because self-sabotage is real. We be hating on ourselves more than anybody hate on us. We hate on ourselves. So I was telling them, you know, we got to, you know, tap into that pain that you feel, where you felt abandoned by your parents, people that you loved, and all of that. And it's not our responsibility to take up the slack for adults. It doesn't matter who they are. They can be your mama, daddy, your children. Everybody need to pull their own weight. You know, and the thought came into my mind about how men are they need a lot. You know, it takes a lot to cater to men. And then mothers, they have to take care of their children. Now you got to cater to this man. And so somebody going to go lacking. And usually it's the mother. So then all of this resentment because you spent your whole life taking care of children and men. And now you're old and you can't do shit for yourself and you ain't got nobody. Because you didn't put in work for yourself. You didn't love yourself. So you're not attracting that back. You're not, you know, you didn't love yourself. And they talk about the law of attraction. You're going to receive back what you're putting out. So if you're not putting out no energy for yourself, you don't have any boundaries, you don't have no self-love, then what are you expecting back? Nothing. And so that's what a lot of black women, we get nothing back. We get old and we ain't getting shit back. We done bit our tongue, we done sacrificed and all of that shit. Killed ourselves to be loved and accepted by everybody. You know, denying ourselves constantly. And so I broke the news to him. I'm like, you know, in my family, drug abuse is heavy. The men in my family are fucking strung out on drugs, and it's because they're doing things that are not natural to their existence. It's not a man's responsibility to provide for a woman and children because they don't have anything to do with those children. Now, if you have this understanding and you want your children to have a man in their life, you know, you want the boys to have a man in their life, somebody to look up to, that's fine. But that's not that child's father. There is no father. There's only the mother and our children. So I was dealing with this truth with them. You know, like, this is why, you know, and then we're putting our children in their hands, and our children are being molested. And Asha revealed that circumcision keeps a man in constant arousal because he doesn't have that foreskin no more. So anything can turn a man on. His drawers brush up against his dick, or whatever, he holding the baby on his lap and shit. I just get so uncomfortable seeing men handle children. I seen a guy walking in the bathroom with a little boy yesterday, and the little boy looked just like him. Because ladies, whatever our mind is focused on, if you believe that that's your baby daddy, then that's how you're going to create your child. You're going to create that child to look just like him. So the man was going in the bathroom with the little boy, and I just was like, I ain't feeling this shit. But, you know, I knew it was his dad because he looked just like him, but I just was like, And the vibes that I was getting wasn't good. So, this truth is heavy. It's a heavy truth, but it is vital. In this final hour, we cannot keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. It's time to switch it up. I put my Cashapp up here because my numerology is like, You know, you got to step into your faith-based business. And I'm like, what the hell you mean? Like, what do you mean? And so the whole time it was pushing me to do this. But, you know, I've been teaching. But I haven't been teaching lately. And now it's time for me to get back on the mic. So as I'm dealing with my ancestors and I'm telling them, you know, this is why y'all was strong. I know why y'all was stronger. Like, and we just all started crying. I'm like, I know that all, and my grandma knew that my granddad was gay. We be knowing these men are gay. My cousin passed, Terrell. I didn't go to his funeral because I understand that energy doesn't die. And so he's coming through. And some other shit going on too. But he's coming through. But when he passed, because he always worked. He worked so fucking much. And then he just had recently got married and he had a child with this girl. And he was just tired. That is not, he was tired. He was a fucking slave for his family. And that's not a man's responsibility. And he had a choice. He could have stayed here. He didn't have to go. COVID did not take him out of here. They use that as an excuse to get paid, because when you say somebody died of COVID, they're going to break you off. So my cousin was used. But he was tired of doing everything. He was tired of pulling all the weight. And so we see it. Our men, older men, the majority of older black men, they look bad. They ain't doing good because they're overworked, trying to prove that they the man of the house, because that's what the programming has taught them. That's what a man's supposed to do, and it's a goddamn lie. Proverbs 31 speaks about the virtuous woman. And it said the virtuous woman was the mover and shaker. And the husband sat in the gate with the elders. He didn't do shit. Men cannot do what women can do. And I can attest to that. I've been in business with my lawn care business for 12 years. And I run through about 30 men a year. They can't handle this shit. Me, I'm Tarzana out of this motherfucker, and can still go hang out, can do whatever I need to do for the label, can still minister to people, spend time, talk on the phone. I'm that's what we do. We the guys. We can do it all at the same damn time. So I'm dealing with my ancestors, and I'm like, I know. And the women knew. They knew that the men wanted the men, but they were so desperate to have a man because of the programming, because of low self-esteem and religion. When you study those scriptures in Hebrew, the word man does not mean male. Eve is the original Adam. She is Adam's mother. Ain't no man ever birthed no life through his ribs. When you study the scriptures in Hebrew, Genesis 2:21 speaks about the flesh being open. The word for flesh means pudenda. P-U-D-E-N-D-A. You Google what pudenda means, and it's basically a woman's vagina. The same way we birth children today. A shah does not change. So I'm sitting there with the ancestors, my grandmother, you know, we talk because my candle's been going out and shit. They ain't got no energy, no strength, because I ain't really been dealing with them like that. I've been dealing with other shit. I got them fasting. I ain't been putting no food out or nothing, just some water. Like, now y'all gotta fast, but then it's like, well, what else can I do? And so I had to get to where I am now with this truth, and be able to take it back to them and say, okay, this is what's holding us up. This is why y'all ain't got no strength. We got to face this truth head on. And we got to heal. We got to forgive ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Many of the men in my family are pedophiles. They were raping the younger women. Yes, rape. Even though a young girl consent to have sex with her fucking uncle, it's still rape because he knew better. He's an adult man preying on the little girls because he could get away with it. Because they're circumcised and so they're hypersexual. Anything turns them on. Anything. So you have to be careful, ladies, with your children around men, especially the ones that are circumcised. So we dealt with this shit today, and I told the women, all of my grandmothers, they just were sitting there. I'm talking about, I don't even, grandmothers and the grandmothers of the grandmothers of the grandmothers. We going all the way back to the beginning.
1, 8, 1, 3, 4.
And I'm saying to them, we have to forgive. Y'all got to forgive yourself for the shit that y'all allowed. You knew it was going on. We're intuitive beings. We know when some shit ain't right. But we're so desperate and thirsty for a fucking man. We're sacrificing our children to have a man around that ain't shit anyway. Because he don't want you. I'm not going to say he's not shit. Forgive me. But you know he don't want you. He's looking at, you know he looking at your babies. And you brushing the shit off. You know he want to fuck your daughters and your sons too. Because they're in environments that are not natural for them. And it's all this fucking pressure. And the only way a man know how to release pressure is to fuck it out and fuck it off. And fuck it off. The men are trapped, and if females continue holding on to them, as the energy increases in the earth, they're going to become more volatile, and they're going to be raping y'all and killing y'all. You see it. I mean, look at the statistics of the murders and rapes of black women by our own sons. It's not white men killing and raping black women. It's our own sons. Niggas that we have given everything to are the ones that are killing us. Why? Why are they killing us? Because they can't handle this fucking pressure. It's not their responsibility to raise your children, to provide for you, ladies. We're the guys, we're the providers, we're the ones that birthed them. So, the ancestors, we had to face this truth. And it's a lot of shame in my family because I know that some of the women in my family have been attracted to women and fucked around with women, but shame is so much shame. I was shamed, but I had to take a stand in my 20s and say, fuck this shit, I'm finna live my life. I still dealt with the insecurity of being called an abomination and threatened to go to hell and all of this shit, but I persevered. I kind of went back and forth a little bit with these niggas, but every nigga I got with, he was gay. And it always came out. Every one of them. I had to expose one of them in Belize. Because he was on some other shit. Other than that, it wasn't just the gay shit, it was some other shit too. But these are facts, ladies. these men want each other. I had Cleopatra, she ended up leaving because the truth was too heavy. She went back to her man. She said, fuck that. Fuck it. She left last night in the thick darkness, you hear me? And got her man to book her a fucking flight and took her ass back home to be with her man. But I gotta keep it moving. And we all have choices to make. You're gonna keep sacrificing your wombs, ladies. The doctors tell you, oh yeah, your vagina kills all but one sperm. That one makes it in. Baby, listen. Your vagina is mutilating that shit. All of it. A man's semen is alkaline. Our vaginas are acidic. Opposites don't attract. The whole alkaline diet is a direct assault on females. When I stopped eating meat, I was into this alkaline shit. My body had become so alkaline that I got BV. I got a bacterial infection. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't fucking on niggas. Why is my pussy burning? I did some research and learned that, okay, so my vagina's acidic, so why the fuck am I trying to eat an alkaline diet? It's just all a bag of lies. And I learned Dr. Sebi had a facility where he held women against their will and basically was experimenting on females. And the crazy shit is when I went to Belize, I wasn't in Belize but maybe like 3 or 4 days. His daughter showed up at the restaurant I was working at because I had ran out of money, and I'm like, shit, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna eat, so let me see if I can work for food. You know, I left here by faith. Fuck Babylon, let me get the hell out of here. And this woman came, she was running for her life. She said that when she walked into Dr. Sebi's jail cell, that it was a mask over his face, so they gassed him to death. And she said that she couldn't cry out because they would know that she was attached to him, and she would have become a target. But by the time she got to Belize, her and her lover, she was with a woman. I'm like telling her, y'all can stay here, I'll protect you. You know, I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to throw some hands and shit, I stay ready. But she was like, no, we're gonna go. I think they ended up going north. They just kept it moving. But she told me, she said, you know, I carried his spirit, out of that cell, out of that jail cell, on my back. That's what she said to me. I've been looking for the information, for the proof, because we have to prove all things when we make allegations. But that's what I learned about Dr. Sebi and these females that he was experimenting on. Okay, so so I just said that to say, this alkaline diet is not good for us, ladies. Because if you become too alkaline, you're going to get a vaginal infection. It's good for the men because their semen is alkaline. So I remember with my ex, because she has 2 sons, you know, we had them on a vegan diet. So she's like, the doctor's like, he's too alkaline. Like, bitch, how can you be too alkaline? That don't even make sense. When his semen is alkaline. But listen, we got to stop living in denial. And at this point, if a war was to break out, what would you do? What would you do, ladies? Because these men, y'all are gonna be the shields for them. They ain't finna fight for y'all. Show me a man that has ever laid his life down on the line for black women. Show me one. I can't see it. I ain't never seen it. Shalom, everybody. So, if we do not embrace the whole truth and let the men go and do what's natural for them, and we find ourselves again, lady, I'm not saying that you have to be with the woman, but that's what's natural. It's not natural for male-female relationships. That is not natural. We're asexual beings. Women are born pregnant with our eggs, which are fully developed fetuses. The seeds of life. The seed is of itself. That's how Shah created everything with it. You can read it in the scriptures, in the book of Genesis. She said, every tree yielding seed. We were trees in the beginning. That's our origin. Well, Shah is our origin. Fire is actually our origin. But because even the water can't quench the fire. So it's time to go within and really do some soul searching, because the NATO troops have been in these America. I was saying this shit back in 2016, and they had already been here for like 10 years. So that was 5 years ago. So these motherfuckers is ready to come down on our head. They gotta be for me to be back on the mic. I was not, baby, I'm wild and free in nature. I'm good. I got this record label. I'm finna be a superstar again. You know, and then a shot like, and then, you know, my numerology, it's like you gotta, you know, your faith-based business and your heartbeat. I'm like, well, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I do my little posts and shit, but no, Shonda, it's time to tell the whole damn truth. And so the spirit of Ashai is on me. She on me. And I'm gonna speak it and tell it like it is. And so I was telling my ancestors, you know, and explaining to them, and the men, they were, you know, and the women too, they received it because they know we just be in denial about shit. And denial is very real. Denial will make you fuck up your whole life and make all kind of fucked up decisions for yourself, where if we just only embrace the truth, life would be much easier. But at this point, everybody is too weak to fight. We don't have an army. We don't have any unity in the black community, because everybody is doing things that are not natural. We're out of order, and we got to get back in order. And the only way to do that is to deal with the whole truth and really accept this shit. And I was telling the men, the ladies ain't gonna, these women not gonna let you go. You gotta escape. You know, and the ladies, you know, we can't keep shaming the men because they want men. That's what's natural. A man will never love you the way you want to be loved, because it's not natural for him to. Wonder why, oh, he just a deadbeat ass nigga, he don't love his kids, and those are not his children. Now men, you know, they something else, but they not that cutthroat. You know, I've seen some gentle men who love the children that they think are theirs. They love them, they do what they can to provide and stuff like that, but there's still this detachment. And to put that responsibility on a man to raise children will open your children up to being abused. what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be with one another. And until they are free to be with one another, they're going to stay weak. Only feminine energy exists. The divine masculine, when you talk about, you want to say, okay, the divine masculine is man for man. That's when they vibrate the highest. That's when they're the happiest. How can you vibrate high living a lie? And faking it to make it. And pretending that you're something that you're not. The ego had to be created for these men to even be able to operate as the man of the house. Because, I mean, that's some shit that had to... Where did that come from? The programming. You the head of the house. But you don't do... How? Don't y'all... You see how it got flip-flop? You know, we're bringing life into this realm. We're dying on the delivery table. We're shedding blood for our children. They say the blood of Jesus, no, the blood of your mama. Because if it wasn't for the blood of your mother, you wouldn't be here. Homage to all the mothers in the earth. All praise Cashapp for the womb. But dealing with your ancestors, you have to face it. And so that's why a lot of us, you got altars, you've been burning altars, but ain't nobody really manifesting no supernatural shit because we're not embracing the whole truth. Yeah, you feed them and you think they healed and this, that, and the third, but no, they're not, because they have not been met with this truth. They have not been faced with this truth. There's still a lot of shame going on with our ancestors because they were ashamed of who they was behind closed doors. The shit nobody know about. The closet shit. And all of our ancestors was in the closet. All of them. Straight up. I had because we're who our mothers. So me, I used to be like, well, my mom gay, so that's why I'm gay. But no, it's just what's natural. We all gay. Everybody gay. The animals. Every damn body. I put some videos up of animals being documented in nature. They gay. And then I also and also with the penguins, for example, the females go and do the hunting just like the lions and leave the cubs with the male penguins, and the male penguins are fucking raping the babies. The same shit that's going on in human form is happening in nature because we are out of balance. You're not supposed to be leaving your fucking children with men. They supposed to be living amongst one another, wild and free. Y'all better look into the Amazons. They tell that lie that the Amazons would meet up with men once a year to copulate, to have babies, but that's a goddamn lie. Why would the Amazons meet up with men to copulate once a year when they was killing the men? Why? Make it make sense, please. Please make it make sense. Ooh, this is the season of thanking for your damn self, baby. You better use that brain that you got and stop believing everything that somebody say and do your own research. Because time is running out. These people are set an array to take us down. The FEMA camps are up and operational. They already been taking the homeless out. When the last time you seen the homeless? Y'all remember how the homeless used to be thick? You can barely find them now. Yeah, you got some niggas on the corner, you know, that don't want to work and shit like that, but that's not the homeless that we know. Let me not park here, I gotta keep the truck running, honey, and he looking like he ready to steal. They already got the homeless, y'all. The NATO troops are here. Everybody vibrating low. Everybody worried about carnal things. The men are not happy. The women are not happy. Ain't nobody happy. So ain't nobody vibrating high enough to activate their gifts and their supernatural abilities so that when the shit pop off, you'll be able to save yourself. Because the weapons that they got, baby, you're going to have to really be a superhero to survive the shit that they're going to be bringing up against us. You're going to have to be a superhero. So, I'm just a messenger. And I have to tell you all the truth. Because it's what I came here to do. It's my passion. I want to see everybody saved. I love to love. I want to see everybody saved. So I have to tell it like it is. Because ain't nobody going to do this shit. I was the only one that agreed to do this shit. Speaking uncomfortable truth. It's necessary. Ain't nothing changed. It's been so quiet. Ain't nobody talking about nothing. Ain't nobody healing. Ain't nobody manifesting their heart's desires. We all just sitting around waiting on some shit to fall out of the sky. And we're not doing the work. We're not putting in work. And our children, our poor babies, they have no guidance. Because the parents is fucked up. The mothers. We worry about the wrong thing. The last thing a woman needs is a man. A man is nothing but a distraction for you, ladies. It's a waste of time, energy, and resources. Because all you're going to be doing the whole relationship is chasing his ass and trying to prove yourself to him that you're worthy to be loved and all this bullshit that he don't give a fuck about. He want a man. And the majority of them, they got men. They homeboys. They bros. Them be they men. And yet and still, they doing them, but they still not happy. They still not able to protect themselves. They still weak. Because they got to sneak around. They got to pretend. And it's just causing all this conflict and shit that is not getting resolved. And then it's like, what about the children? Women who have sons. You know your son gay, but you want to keep forcing the program. Is you have to be with a woman because it's a sin. You're an abomination. And it's just not true. That's what's natural. It's natural for the men to be with the men and the women with our children. And the females, we're supposed to be helping one another raise our children. When mothers need a break because it's a lot of responsibility, then you have that village of women that can watch your children while you go and take a week or two to yourself. Because that's what mothers need right now. You need some time to yourself where you can really take out time to heal and not have to worry about the safety of your children. But we competing with each other for a man that don't even want neither one of us. He got his eye on that nigga. We have some tough decisions to make. To the married couples, I just made a post, Healer, stop telling these married people that they soulmates. It's a damn lie. It's a lie from the pits of hell. It's a lie. They're just tickling your ears, ladies, to tell you that bullshit. See, it's a new age preacher going on now. You got these healers in the motherfucking building. They gonna tell you what they want, what you want to hear. Those are the new preachers that Jeremiah 23 speaks about. Because a lot of us don't go to church no more. But who will allow themselves to be used are being used in the earth in the form of healers. I've seen it. I've heard this shit. And every time I hear a healer say that shit, it just burns my soul up because I know it's a lie. I know that woman done been through so much with that man, and you just want to hear that you did it. You suffered enough to finally gain his love. And he still got his mind on that nigga. Or your son, or your daughter. Everybody but you. And that's the karma that we're going to continue reaping until we embrace ourselves, ladies, and learn to love ourselves. Because when it comes to the mitochondria, what you feel about yourself, your children feels about themselves. That's why when something happens to your children, you know it. Oh shit, let me call and make sure my baby all right. It's the blood of the mother. So our children are not gonna rise no higher than we. We have a lot of work to do, and we got a short amount of time to do it, ladies. We need to be coming together. We need to be banding together because these men are not going to protect us. It's not their responsibility to. They just need to worry about themselves and get themselves right so that they can protect themselves, because we the gods. We birthed them. We gonna be all right. We are super women. Okay, less of shit. Y'all seen video, you know what I'm saying? A little child gets stuck in the car. The mama lift the whole damn car up, baby. She ain't been to the gym a day in her life. But for her baby, when we are provoked, we turn into some real life superheroes on that ass. Trust. So we good. But it's the men that are not. And for the men in my family, it's time to be free. It ain't like a bitch don't know. But the difference is we're not gonna judge you. When I was in with the ancestors today, we cried. And it's like everybody was looking at each other. You know, I said we gotta forget, we gotta forgive ourselves, you know. And we gotta love ourselves and heal this shame of who we truly are. Stop being ashamed of yourself. Stop talking down on yourself and feeling like you're not worthy because you want the same sex. It's what you want. You innately know that's what you need, but the programming is so strong. It's strong. There's a female on here. I've had a crush on her for a while. And she pregnant and shit. You know, she got the picture with her and the nigga. I'm like, girl, you know that nigga gay. I'm looking at the nigga. Just as sweet as he can be. And it's just so sad we keep putting ourselves through this shit with these niggas. We just going from nigga to nigga. And then want to get mad when they call us a hoe. Even myself, I am dealing with, I don't want to say shame, but just feelings of not being good enough. Because that's how females have always made me feel. And I always knew, like, bitch, I'm the shit. But when a woman leaves me for a man, or I take a woman from a man, and then she go back to a man, that shit fucked me up. I'm like, fuck. When I know, I've always known, like, you supposed to see me like as I'm all that you need. Ladies, that's how we're supposed to look at one another. Because it's true. Show me one male-female relationship where they're being fulfilled. Really, truly. Not no shit. Not no Hollywood shit. Okay? Because I see a lot of y'all post, and it's always like, this nigga got me fucked. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Over and over and over. And it's going to continue being the same shit. Now, what will speed the healing up, because at the end of the day, it's one consciousness, is for you ladies to let these men go. But if they have to escape, it's going to take longer. And you're going to endure more pain and suffering. And I know y'all tired of being in pain and suffering. And really, the last thing a female who has been in a relationship with a man, fucking men, needs to do is get into a relationship with a woman. You need to heal because your body is sick. You're full of cum, and their semen is a virus to your body, so you're sick. That's why they created the feminine hygiene industry, to mask all of the disease that comes with being intimate with men. You got the Vagisil. Every time you fuck, you gotta get the Vagisil. You got the coochie perfume to make it smell good because it's a little off today. Why? Because you're doing the wrong thing with it. The vagina is really exit only. And see, let me go deep. Originally, orgasms came through birth. When we birthed our children, it was orgasmic. And it's still women today that when they have children, it's orgasmic. It's like the best orgasm. And the crazy shit is most of y'all ain't even having no orgasms with these niggas. And you think something wrong with you. I was one of them. I'm like, damn, you know, I hear women talk about, oh my God, I just feel so good. Okay, yeah, I be busting. I'm like, how? Baby, I ain't never experienced that. Woo! Whole truth, baby. I ain't never experienced that. And you won't. A female will have ultimate pleasure with some fire-ass head. That's all you need. But you around here sucking dick. And you got to do so much. It's a lot of work to suck a dick. Atoya. Girl. I've been watching your ass too. Girl. But men know what men want and need and like. And a man can suck a dick way better than a woman. Ask your man. It's the truth. We doing too much. And you don't take all that. So we can make this easy. And ladies, you let these men go and be free, and you wish him well. And you do not make him feel shameful. You support him. Still love him. Because you know he ain't loving you right. You're not getting out of him what you want anyway. Or it can be hard, and you can keep holding on to them, pretending like they the fathers of your children. They're your baby daddies. You got all this, you so bitter because you know they really don't love your ass, and you have to chase them, and you got to go through their phone, and you got to fight them and cuss them out, and you got to do this. The choice is yours. But when it comes to them ancestors, baby, if they're not facing the fact that they're fucking pedophiles and rapists, and the men, and some females too, and if the women, the female ancestors are not accepting the fact that they knew their brothers and cousins and shit was fucking with us, the children, the females that they were raising, even the males that they were raising, and they just sat there and pretended like they didn't know, they have to face that. That's part of healing the bloodline. And ain't nobody on that level. Ain't nobody really went there yet. Now healing, y'all been doing some superficial shit. It's time to go deep, baby. We talking about bone marrow. Y'all read the book? Y'all read Ezekiel? He said it in the marrow. The scripture say the bone marrow. Can them dry bones live? Ezekiel. We're going to the marrow with the healing, and we're facing how deep this trauma is. It's a straight agenda, not a gay agenda. So tap in, do some soul searching. Separating with the sex is separating. That's saving yourself. That's one layer of it. That's a few. That's excluding you, Atoya. Can we have an open dialogue? Because I remember some things that made me feel like I wasn't good enough for you. And I know you still love me. Because you cheated on me with men. Remember? In Plant City? You was accepting money from men. I know we needed the money. But how do you think that made me feel? It didn't make me feel too good when you're dealing with your exes, getting money from them, but I'm your nigga. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough. You wouldn't get money from that nigga over there at the barbershop? You still dealing with your baby daddy? I understand you had KJ, but you still loved him. Y'all was still fucking. You accused me of giving you a fucking STD, and I gotta put it out there. When you know you was still fucking with men, you thought you was pregnant. My mama told me. Remember that shit? And then I went and got tested with the girl I was fucking with, and we was clean. And you still believe that. You still believe that shit to this day, that I gave you an STD. And it wasn't me. It was you was cheating on me with niggas. I'm gonna come see your ass too. I see you fucking with that nigga in jail. I say, Lord, have mercy. He ain't the one. I'm a real friend, baby. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And you too beautiful to keep dealing with these niggas that's fucking you over. They're gonna keep doing the same. It don't matter how many niggas you switch up, they still gonna do the same shit because it's not natural. I feel so lucky in your arms. You know, Shonda K gonna keep it real. I'm gonna come see you. I gotta make a little money. Shoot me your address. I'm gonna come over. I had asked you to make me some vegan goods. You got mad at me. That's one of your talents, is your cooking. You could be making a lot of money right now, but you're distracted with this nigga. You feel me? Y'all better stop letting these niggas distract you. You know what I'm saying? What can he do for you? Be in jail. I love you. You know, and I'm going to tell you the truth. That's what love does. The scriptures say, I chastise those I love. And I'm tired of seeing females be hurt by men. Girl, if you don't stop motherfucking lying, then say, you gave me shit, you and your bitch did have an STD. That's a lie. It's a lie. We can call my mama right now. We can call my mama right now. We've all had fucking STDs fucking with these men. That's where all disease come through the semen of men. That's the origin of all disease. That's how they create it. They're creating diseases, these STDs, well, the STDs are just naturally coming through the semen, but they create these other diseases with semen too. That's infecting us. They spraying the semen in the air, all type of shit is going on. Yeah, I cheated, but you cheated first. You stayed on some other shit. So when I see that, I'm not the type to, at that time, I wasn't the type to walk away, especially we had a place together. I was the only one working. You did me dirty. Cut up my shit, threw my shit away. You fucked me up, girl. But I understand you was hurt because I cheated. And I apologize for hurting you. Please forgive me. I'm not lying. Send me your address because you know I ain't scared of your ass as long as you ain't got no canned goods you can throw at me. But this is what we need. We got to heal. So, you know, that's something, that's a memory. Those are memories that I've always had and that I held on to. So I'm glad that we're getting a chance to talk about this shit. I didn't mean for us to talk about it in front of everybody, but ain't no shame. We can't be dealing with shame, honey. These motherfuckers is coming for our head. I'm sorry for hurting that baby. You're such an amazing woman. You are such, I've always admired you. You know what I'm saying? You carry it well, girl. Yes. I'm gonna come see your ass. You're gonna hook me up with some vegan stuff. That's what's up. But I just had to do my spill, you know what I'm saying? And tell it like it is and do my part. So, if y'all feel led, send me some damn money so I can pay my camp this week. It's $24 a day. So my rent is less than $700 a month to live in a tent. Oh, no you didn't. You ain't gonna never cover that motherfucker. You love me. That's what's up. But I'm gonna come through. Send me your address. And I'm about to get off this live. You wild, girl. Don't let your man see, girl. Don't let your man see, girl. Ooh, Toya White, I tell you. But y'all have a beautiful day. And consider the whole truth, because it's very real. And it's only the truth that makes us free, not the part that you like. It's the whole truth. Ahab, I love y'all. Shalom.